Okay, my friends, now I'm going to show you guys how to retract, compress this electrical caliper on these Hondas. Okay, no special tool required, no scan tool required. So this line is strong enough. Don't judge me for this, guys. And so it's strong enough. So this is the caliper that you don't need to turn, and all you need to do is compress back, but it will not compress back. Let me go get my compress tool. You do need a compress tool that's going to sit here, but at the same time, first you need to figure out which way this caliper, you need to give this a power. Okay, so let me show you my jump box here. So I got my jump box here. It's just like having a battery, car battery, and I got two leads here. It's going to be a positive and negative. Okay, that's all it's going to be. So I'm going to connect that on my jump box, positive, negative, and we're going to give this thing a power. So what this is going to do is it's going to turn. If you notice, you should be able to even do it by hand. If this piston is trying to come out, that's the wrong way. Then what you're going to do is you're going to reverse the polarity in here. See, there's a 2-pin connector in there. That's all there is, 2-pin connector. And that's all I'm going to do. That's how simple it's going to be to retract this guy. Okay, so here's the tool that I got here. I'm going to switch up the camera angle so everyone can see how to do this at home without going to the dealer. And this is going to sit just like that. As you can see, this piston is not going to go in. That's it. It stops. And this is a piston that you don't need to turn like a regular Honda caliper. So all I need to do is go in the back. Let me set up my wiring. I'm going to give this a power. The piston is going to start to retract this piston back on its own. And at the end, it will try to turn on its own, but you don't want to go that far. So what I like to do is go little by little till I think I have enough room. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my leads, positive and negative. Here it is. You don't want to touch them together because they're live. And I'm going to pay attention to this at the same time. Don't worry about this, okay? And it's touching there. So I wouldn't recommend you using a C-clamp because you will damage this. But I'm going to give this guy a power. If you see a spark, it's just that these two wires touch. I didn't burn anything. Okay, just a little bit. And let's see. So I am correct, okay? If that was not the case and I was not able to compress this, I would have switched up the leads, okay? So I don't need to switch up the leads, because if I do it the other way around, it would push the piston out. Okay, let's see how far it goes. And you don't want to force it. Just give it small touches. And the process applies to any Honda with the electrical caliper. There you go. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. Because at the end it will try to turn it itself, and we don't want that. And I think I might be good enough there. So I'm still holding the lead. So let me show you what's down below. 12-volt battery. Doesn't have to be this. This is jump box. It could be a car battery. It could be anything, and just a wiring. That's all I'm using. This side is almost pretty much done. And there's my ugly camera stand here. That's what it looked like. That's how I bring you guys videos. So this is done. I'm gonna put it right back. There you go. You guys learned how to compress this piston, and it's easy, a cake. And another thing, what I want you guys to pay attention to is this little guy, and we'll talk about that later on. You know what? We're not even gonna talk about it. I thought some of these pads, they have a notch. Like the older model, they have a notch just like this one right here, and one of these grooves would sit on it, but you can just leave it there and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you compress a piston on these Accords without going to the dealer.